slide focus on adolescence, and adolescence is a particularly stressful and confusing time as both physical and cognitive aspects of sexual expression begin to align. During this time, the opportunities for personal decision making expand. Sexuality begins to be a significant part of relationship experience. We want those relationships to be healthy and safe as they are the training ground for life as an adult. And adolescence is the key stage of sex education, and it is a sex education is sexual health education for young people. It teaches scientific knowledge, correcting deviation related to children's knowledge and behavior. Sexual education emphasizes the importance of having a safety and protective sexual behavior. However, teen pregnancies and sexually transmitted infections will happen if teenagers did not have safety and protective sexual behavior. Next, Julia will introduce some information about teen pregnancies.
So I want to talk to you guys about teen pregnancy. So in 2012, a total of 305,388 babies were born to teenage mothers in the United States. And also going to talk a little bit about abortion. So the abortion rate for 2013 was 12.5 abortions for every 1,000 women, which is kind of a lot. So that's also like 200 abortions for every 1,000 live births. So one of the programs that we looked up was the Baby Think It Over prevention program, and it was like a program where you got like an electronic doll with like a little computer in its stomach, and it was for like 8th and 9th graders. It was kind of like a class, like a program in school. So the baby was like 9 pounds, and like the kids would bring it to like on their everyday activities, like to the mall, to class, like everything. It provided like lessons on teen pregnancy prevention, sex education, infant health and wellness, parenting skills, and child abuse prevention. The baby would like cry if it wanted to be fed or to be birthed. It was kind of expensive. It was like $450 per baby. So imagine like a whole class of people, like every single person would have to pay $450 for like one little baby. But the cost covered like diapers, like car seats, like everything that a baby would need, like baby formula, all that stuff. And it was pretty much like as real as you could, like as close to being a parent as you could get without actually being a teen parent. And so as you can see from the graph, like teen pregnancy has actually declined over the years, which is pretty good.
So adolescents are disproportionately affected by STIs. Adolescents make up 25% of the sexually active population. However, they account for nearly half of all new STIs. And in 2011, approximately 24% of all new HIV diagnoses were in people aged 13 to 24. Girls aged 15 to 19 have the highest rates of gonorrhea out of any age group. And estimates say that up to 35% of teens between the ages of 14 to 19 currently have HPV. About half of all new STDs and STIs in 2000 occurred among youth ages 15 to 24. The total estimated cost of these 9 million new cases was $6.5 billion, with HIV and HPV accounting for 90% of the total burden. So the way they teach sexual education in public school and private school is very different, and we have some very personal experiences. I went to a private school for most of my life, so they really just told me to do abstinence, like not have sex. They really didn't talk about it at all, but wait until marriage, and they really didn't discuss anything besides girls and guys are different. If you have sex, you can get pregnant. That's really about it. It was super ineffective. They didn't teach much.
The way I was taught was abstinence is the way to go. And we also was learning how to use a condom. And
staggering numbers about sexual education and sexual activity among adolescents. In 2011, a study done by the CDC found that 40% of high school students have had sex, and 15% of all high school students have had more than 4 sexual partners. It is estimated that 1 in 4 women will become pregnant at least one time by the time they reach age 20. Only 24 states require the public schools teach sexual education, leaving more than half of the states requiring no curriculum for sexual education for adolescents. And teen childbearing costs taxpayers an estimated $9.4 billion every single year. And treating young people who get infected with STIs costs an estimated $6.5 billion annually.
So prevention of pregnancies, as you can see, there are many ways, and the most reliable way to prevent pregnancy or infection is abstinence. Another way is to use condoms. When you correctly use condoms, prevent pregnancy about 98%. When mistakes are made for condom breaks, it's about 82% effective. Another way would be birth control pill. It's about 91% effective. Another would be also birth control patch. Effectiveness is 92. 1 in 9 pregnancies per 100 women each year. You apply 1 patch per week for 3 weeks, and no patch for the 4th. And another one would be the vaginal ring. It's about 99.7% effective as birth control. Each vaginal ring provides 1 month of birth control. Birth control implant, the implant itself is a small plastic rod, the size of a matchstick. Doctor inserts it into the into the upper arm, right underneath the skin. It's about 99% effective. And then the last way would be the Depo-Provera shot. The Depo-Provera shot is highly effective birth control method. Women who use it correctly have a risk of pregnancy that is less than 1%. Prevention of STDs. Mutual monogamy means that you agree to have sex with only one person and your partner agrees to only have sex with you. Another way to prevent it is to get tested. The only way you know if you or your partner has an STI is to get tested. And also, get vaccinated. Most common STD can be prevented by a vaccine, such as the HPV vaccine is safe, effective, and can help you avoid HPV-related problems with genital warts. If you test positive, getting an STD is not the end of the world. It's not the end. Many STDs can be curable and all are treatable. So I looked up a study by Denise Exam. She did a study involving 7,000 teens in Utah, stressing with abstinence among the teens. They were surveyed based on their attitudes toward the subject, so if they didn't believe it or if they leaned towards it. The studies found out from the students that participated in the survey, there was a high percentage of teens that remained virgins than the teens that did not participate in the survey. She did this study to make sure teens realize the responsibility that comes with being sexually active. The more information we give to adolescents, there is a higher chance that they will make this decision. Let's talk about the facts of sexual education in school.
Okay, everybody, before we talk about the benefits of sex education in school, let us review some numbers that we mentioned. Like each year, there are as many as 850,000 pregnancies in the United States and about 9.1 million sexually transmitted infection from people 25 and under. By age 18, 70% of US females and 62% US males have started their first sexual life. So the benefits of sexual education in school. Sexual education in school could help students perceive the importance of this course and support young people to make healthy decisions and adopt healthy sexual behavior. And that behavior outcomes have included delaying the initiation of sex, as well as reducing the frequency of sex, the number of new partners, and the incidence of unprotected sex, increasing the use of condoms, and constipation among sexually active participants. And for the long-term impacts, it will lower the STI and pregnancy rate. And as we know, child sexual abuse is a big problem that affects millions worldwide. So the sex education in school will help adolescents protect themselves from potential predators and make them to know to distinguish the good or bad touch. Furthermore, the sexual education in school, of the whole sexual education course, the students could easily to set up goals for the prevention of STI and teen pregnancy. And sexual education in school can help students understand the difference between the male and female body. It dispels myths related to sex. It's just like the first time cannot be pregnant. Now everybody knows that's totally wrong. And parents are sometimes the best teacher of sexual education because they can share their own experience with their children. And sexual education at school can promote parents to have a better conversation at home with their child. And during the course period, it will make good timing for parents to start this topic with their child. It's just like father to son's talk and mother to daughter secret meeting. And in conclusion, sex education in school halls being proven to allow students to grow up and become responsible adults. Sex education can help them understand the benefits of abstinence in the early years, or it can at least teach them how to be safe. So next part is about the Q&A. Please feel free to ask questions.